you're looking to dive into topics on how to live a happier, healthier, more fit, and long lifespan, then you've come to the right podcast. Livin the Dream with me, Coach Damian Evans. Together, we will explore the topics on all things health, fitness, and wellness. Together, we will be lifelong learners on this journey to living the ultimate dream. What up, Dream Team? Coach D here, coming at you from beautiful sunny San Diego, and welcome back to the Livin the Dream Podcast, where we climb up this hump day hill to explore total wellness. We do this in order to reach your goals and in order to live your dream life. Today, let's dive into a powerful insight that goes beyond our teenage years, and it touches every one of us today. There was this post that I stumbled upon that was titled, "Your teenager isn't lazy." And it's not just for parents or teens. It's a message for all of us. Your teenager isn't lazy. The post started with, "I've spent the last 4 years coaching tweens and teens. I've coached them on confidence, and here's what I've found. Their external laziness is rooted in internal struggle." So let's unravel 7 things that they may be feeling other than just lazy and explore what we can do about it and how it might apply to us. So yes, if you have a teenager, this could be a great thing for you to hear. But also, I want you to think about yourself as we go through these 7 things. Number 1, pressure and the need for grace. Your teen may be feeling pressured, so in order to fix this, validate their emotions and remind them that their worth is not attached to their grades. Grace goes a long way. If you're feeling pressured, validate your emotions and remind yourself that your worth is not attached to your finances. It's not attached to how much you make. Grace goes a long way. Number 2, overstimulation and the need for boredom. Overstimulation. Your teen may be feeling overstimulated. As a family, declare a weekend with no phones, a weekend with no screens or TVs. Boredom leads to presence, and presence leads to soulful rest. And yes, this means you too. Overstimulation. Maybe it's time for a dopamine detox. As a family or by yourself, declare a weekend with minimal stimulation. Maybe you go out into the woods and you rent a cabin, or you go skiing in the mountains and you guys are just outside. Maybe you go on a hiking trip. The need for boredom is important here in our everyday life where we have stimulation all around us. Number 3, burnout. Burnout and the need for a break. Your teen may be feeling burnt out. Take them for a date night and intentionally avoid talking about school. Give them a mental break and discuss their hobbies. Maybe you're feeling burnt out. Maybe your significant other is feeling burnt out. It's time for a break. Take them out for a date. Take yourself out for a date and intentionally avoid talking about anything that may be burning out your soul. Give yourself a mental break and discuss other things, your hobbies, things that will make you happy. Nothing to do with what that burnt out feeling may be causing you. Number 4, unconfidence and the need for validation. Your teen may be feeling unconfident. Remind them that school is about their habits and character more than it is about the content. Their best is enough, period, if they bring their best. If you're feeling unconfident, it's time for some validation. Remind yourself that your job, work, it's more about the habits and the character than it is about the content. It's about the people that you're helping more it is than the day-to-day mundane. Your best is enough, period. Number 5, loneliness and the need for connection. Your teen may be feeling lonely. Encourage time with friends. If they struggle to make friends, Be their consistent connection by deeply engaging in their interests. Loneliness. If you're feeling loneliness, encourage time with friends. If you don't have friends, find that one person, that one consistent connection that you can deeply engage in your interests with. Number 6, stress and the need for perspective. Your teen may be feeling stressed. Remind them that what they're stressed about probably won't matter in 5 days, 5 weeks, or 5 years. This too shall pass. If you're feeling stressed, it's time for some perspective. Remind yourself that what you're feeling stressed about will probably not matter in 5 days, 5 weeks, or 5 years. This too shall pass. And number 7, a mixture of feelings and the need for you. Your teen may be feeling all of these emotions, any combination of these emotions. Your presence is the single most precious gift that you can give them. Let go of your desires to fix and simply be present with them. Are you feeling a mixture of all these feelings? You're in need of that special someone or of yourself. Your presence is the single most precious gift that you can give yourself. Your presence. Be present. Let go of the desire to fix and just be present. So if we could extend our understanding of these points and see how they apply to our adult lives, we often carry these feelings into adulthood. And recognizing these feelings, recognizing them can lead to transformative change. Pressure in the workplace. Feeling pressured at work, acknowledge the stress and remind yourself that your value extends beyond your professional achievements. Digital overload and the need for disconnect. Overwhelmed by constant notifications, constant emails piling up in your inbox. Designate tech-free time to reconnect with the present moment, fostering your inner peace. You deserve that. Career burnout or the need for hobbies? Are you burnt out from your job? Allocate time for activities that you love. It's essential for mental rejuvenation. And focus on what are the things in your job that help to provide a service for others. It may be hard at first, but if you dig deep, you might find that the service that you're providing is life-changing, and that can give you a boost and get you out of that burnt out feeling. Confidence struggles and the power for self-affirmation. Are you battling self-doubt? Understand that your character and your habits define you more than any perceived flaws. Loneliness in adulthood and the importance of social bonds. Are you feeling isolated? It's so common now, especially after the quarantine, to feel isolated. You must make it a conscious effort to cultivate friendships and engage in shared interests, fortifying your support system. They have groups for everything. What is something that you enjoy? What is something that you can do that doesn't have to do with work, that supports your health, your psychological health, physical health? Get into one of those groups. Find a support system. Your community is going to be super important here. Stress in daily life and the long view. Are you stressing about all the small stuff? It's so easy to get so myopically focused on the day-to-day struggles and the things that are going wrong and all the little things that are stacking up. Maintain perspective. What seems crucial today might not matter in the grand scheme of things. What is it doing for you? What are you learning from this? What is one thing that you could do to make this better? Balancing multiple feelings at the same time in the role of self-care, of wellness. If you're juggling various emotions, prioritize self-care and introspection. Sometimes simply just being with yourself is key. Be with yourself. Be present. And as we explore into these points that we talk about today, if you're feeling pressured at work, if you're overwhelmed by constant stimulation, if you're feeling burnt out from your job or something else in your life, if you're battling self-doubt, if you're feeling isolated, if you're stressing about all the small stuff in your life, or if you're juggling a bunch of these different emotions, remember this profound quote. The moment that you realize someone's behavior has more to do with their internal struggle than it does with you, you will learn grace. The moment you realize someone's behavior has more to do with them than it does to do with you, you learn grace. And this applies not only to our interactions with others, but also to our relationship with ourselves. And that's it, my friends, for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me on this Wellness Wednesday episode of the Livin the Dream podcast. If you could share the knowledge that you gained with your friends and family and hold each other accountable, it would be amazing. And if you enjoyed this content, it does help a ton. It's a nice non-cost way to support. If you could take a screenshot of this episode and post on your social media stories and include one takeaway that you learned. Tag me at livingthedream_podcast or at coachdamian_SD and let us know how this episode benefited you. Let us know what we missed and let us know what we got wrong. Share your realizations about how daily actions may stem from a much deeper seated root cause. We want to know. Message us if you have any suggestions or tips that would help your Livin the Dream team that we could discuss on future episodes. I'll be right here with you, working on making us stronger, happier, and healthier humans. Until next time, friends, keep living the dream.